You guys seem to enjoy when I talk about Metallica, do you? So, let's start doing some album reviews. Why not? So, I recently posted when I showed off all my Metallica albums, my Metallica collection, and, it's safe to say you guys liked it. It got a couple of likes and views. So, I came up with the idea of why not do some album reviews of different bands. It's not just gonna be Metallica, I'm also gonna do, other bands like Pink Floyd and so. So, let's start off kicking off the series with Metallica's first ever album, Kill 'Em All. Kill 'Em All is Metallica's first ever album released in 1983. Um, it includes 10 songs and I think it's over like 50 to an hour long. I will say it is a pretty good album. Now, unfortunately, I can't show you any of the I can't play any of the songs for you because I don't want to get copyright claimed. But maybe I might describe some of the songs for you. Now, there are some things I do really like about the album. Hit the Lights is a pretty good starter up, with the fast drums, like all the instruments playing at the same time. That's a pretty good Kickstarter for the album. And and it is a pretty solid album start to finish. However, there are some problems. I know the camera is reversed, but hold on a second. Let me um as you can see, now you have Hit the Lights, which is 4 minutes, then Four Horsemen, which is 7 minutes long, which, just so you know, that's the longest for the album. That's mostly 4 minutes, and it's mostly 5 minutes or less. And then you have the last 3 songs. No One More, Seek and Destroy, and Seek and Destroy, that's my favorite track from this album. Seek and Destroy and Metal Militia, all 6 minutes long or more. And so one of the problems with this album is that it drags on for a little too long. I really hate when the last 3 or so like the last 2-3 songs are like some of the longest of the album. I don't like when that happens because it kind of feels what's the right word for this? I'm trying to find the right word for this. Redundant, maybe? Like, I know it drags on. Like, it feels like it drags on for a little too long than what it really should. My recommendation is you have the songs that are you have the songs that are 5 minutes or less, and fun fact, correct me if I'm wrong, but this has the shortest Metallica song on the entire discography, and that's Motor Breath. Correct me if I'm wrong. If you don't count like any of their EPs or anything. Sure, there's Lux Eterna, which is also 3 minutes, but then it's 3 minutes and 20 seconds as opposed to 3 minutes and 3 seconds. Where was I? Oh yeah. Here's another problem. James Hetfield's voice kind of sound pretty weird. I get it. It's the first album. The voice is not going to be perfect, which I do have another problem with it being the first album in a sec. Just give me 1 second. It took them 3 albums to get James Hetfield's voice perfect. And I know that Guns N' Roses wasn't formed up until 2 years after Kill 'Em All, but James Hetfield's voice in this album kind of felt comparable to Axl Rose for some reason. I don't know why. They had James Hetfield's voice in this one, which sounded didn't sound the greatest, but it was passable. Which, fun fact, I'm pretty sure James Hetfield wasn't supposed to be the original frontman for Metallica. I think it was someone else. Correct me if I'm wrong again. They had Ride Lightning. James Hetfield's voice was still a little screechy, but it wasn't as bad as Kill 'Em All. And then they finally get his voice right in Master of Puppets. All 3 of those are great albums. Which, Master of Puppets, it's one of those albums that is completely perfect. And my third and final problem with this album is that they tried a little bit too hard with this album. This is my biggest problem with the album. I get it, it's your first album. You want everyone to take you seriously. But you could still have some problems and maybe fix them from your next album. Just like what they did with Ride the Lightning. They fixed a lot of problems with Ride the Lightning, but it still had some problems. So they finally got a perfect album with Master of Puppets. Master of Puppets is everything an album should be. Yeah, and like I said, I get it, your first album, but you could still leave some mistakes in. Like, it doesn't have to be the greatest album in the world. You can still leave some mistakes. Enough with the negatives. Let's get into the positives. Now Amnesia is my least favorite track, but they did the ending of it very well. It has a pretty similar transition to from Fight Fire with Fire to Ride the Lightning. With like the end of the track feeling a little more mellow, and then Amnesia transitions to Whiplash in a beautiful way. Metallica did a pretty good job with transitions on their first two albums. Kill 'Em All is definitely not an exception. And aside from Amnesia, there isn't really a bad track in this album. I mean, Amnesia, it's okay, it's passable, it's skippable, but it's necessary for the listen because of the transition. Just like Pink Floyd albums, you have to listen to every single track in order to know what is going on. Here are some tracks I did really like, which was Hit the Lights, Motor Breath, and of course Seek and Destroy. Metal Militia, even though it has the worst name of all time, Metal Militia, I just hate the word militia. It sounds something similar to Matilda, but instead it's pronounced militia. Like, I just hate that. I like Metal Militia, and especially the ending with the marching. You know, if you listen to this album, I know you might know what I'm talking about. Overall, it is a great album. There is still some problems with this album, but if you can get past through those problems, it's still a great album. What am I gonna give this album? I will give this album a solid 8 out of 10. I don't know if you can see the 8. There you go. 8 out of 10 for this album. Pretty good for a first album. Like, 8 out of 10, that's pretty good. So, what album do you think I should do next? Should I do another Metallica album? Should I do a Pink Floyd album? Should I do something different? I don't know. If you have any ideas in the comments for what album I should do, probably send them to me. So anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this first episode of Album Reviews, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.